Hello lovely people. So today I am going to be showing you guys how to prep for your home visits. So I've got a full list tomorrow and I need to get some stuff ready, and I thought it'd be a really good time to actually show you how I keep myself organized when I go to somebody's home. Now I know that some of you have just come out of training and it's very different being in the clinical setting to when you're actually going out into somebody's home and you're treating their feet. So I'm going to show you how I do stuff, and I'm hoping that this video will help you when you start to see your first set of clients. Okay, so the end goal of what we want to be doing today is putting everything into a pack so that when I go and see my clients, all I need to do is take one of these packs, put it in my bag, and it has everything that I need for an appointment. Now I've shared this a few times on my social media and I think on a previous video that I did. So this is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be putting all of this together and then we're going to be sorting out all the different things that I need in my bag for tomorrow. Right guys, so the trays are ready and I'm just going to be putting some stuff in here. I'm going to show you guys what I actually put in my packs real quick, and then we're going to get on to the domiciliary bag. Also I need to pick up my little girl soon. so these are the trays. You guys have seen these before. They are from Ruck if you guys are interested. And yeah, let's crack on and do that real quick. So I've got my gauze. These are non-sterile, and I usually put about four of these per tray. I also have my gloves. I've got some foot creams. So these are the foot creams that I will be selling. So this is Gaywell Med. I usually use the callus cream or the Lepidro. I have the buffers for your nail plate. I also have, I've also got some aprons, and then last but not least, I have my puppy pads. I did mention blades, didn't I? Did I not? Well, I've got some blades as well. I've got a couple of different types of blades in there too. Right, so I'm going to just crack on and do that. So that's done. I've got my first lot on. Next, what I'm going to do is just put on in each tray a buffer. Now, if I don't end up using a buffer, it still goes in the bin. I don't put them in another tray if I've not used it in an appointment. I just feel like that's just the right thing to do. There we go. So we've got our buffers on. Next, I want to get some, right here, I've got some blades. So I use a number 15T. And I also use a number 10 as well. So I'm going to be putting one of each per tray. Right, okay, so these are 15Ts. So one per tray, one per tray. It's like working at McDonald's, isn't it? I've never worked at McDonald's before, but I've seen their system. And it really works. I think systems really work well. And that's how I like to do things. Right, okay, so 1, 2. Please hit that like button if you are finding this video helpful. I would really appreciate it, and so will my channel. Right, so I've done all those. So I've got number 15T. Well, I've got blades, I've got a buffer, and I've got my gauze. And now I'm going to put my foot cream. So I use the sample foot creams. I do have other ones as well, but I just like this, and I'm willing to pay the extra bit of money to have it per client. So that's just what I do. Right, I'm just going to take it out and then put it into each of the trays. So like I said, I use the Lepidro. And I also use the, where's the other one? The callus. Oh, there we go, wrong way around. The callus one as well. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so callus cream, Lepidro. So the callus cream, that actually has 18% urea. And the Lepidro has 10% urea. So they are both diabetic friendly. So I either use, you know, either or. It didn't really bother me really. So there we go. So that's the first part of everything done. Looks nice, doesn't it? It feels very, very organised. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go and check that my instruments are ready, and then we will pop them on next. Right, so I do have some sets of instruments and some burrs as well, which I'm going to put onto my trays. Now, I'm not going to do all these trays today with instruments because obviously some are still in the autoclave and I don't really want to wait for them to be finished to complete this video. So I'm just going to do what I can with what I have right now. So I'm just going to put my instruments in the trays and then we'll move on to the next part. Okay, so let's start with the burrs. So I usually have a diamond burr and I have a ceramic burr, and I put one onto each tray. I do this in a particular order because I reach for certain things in a systematic way. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. I reach for certain things at systematic ways. So for example, my gloves will go into these packs last because that's the first thing that I reach for. So anyway, there's the burrs that I've put in the packs. So I'm going to put my instruments next. I usually try and fold it just so that it actually fits into this tray nicely. Right, so obviously you've still got a bit more to do, but I'm just going to crack on. So I just want to show you a bit of an example of what we've got so far. So we've got our packs, instrument packs. I also have my my stainless steel foot file, and then I've got, you know, my burrs and everything else that we packed in earlier. Right, so next what I do is I usually put an apron on. So I've just folded these already. So my aprons, I'm just going to apply these on top. It doesn't have to be all neat because it's going to be closed very nicely. So I'm going to do that with all of them, including the ones that don't have instruments on them, because these will just go into stock ready for another day. So, you know, it's all prepped and it's just less work to do. So I'll just do this with all of these. Hope you guys aren't getting dizzy with me going to and fro. Let me try and stay still. Right, so, and I'll just put it on those ones as well. I can always go into these later, but just for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to continue. On top of the aprons, I'm going to put my puppy pads, because this is the second thing that I reach for in an appointment. So I'll just do that to all of these real quickly. And then last but not least, I will actually be applying my gloves. This is the last thing that I put into my packs. I like to fold them and then put them on top. So I will show you guys how it looks. Just like this. So I will do that with all of these packs and then we'll move on to the next part. Right, so I actually forgot to put these cotton wool balls in there. So as you can see, they are ready, the packs. I've got everything in there. I've put the gloves all on top as well, but I'm just going to quickly pop these in. Totally forgot, always forget to add these actually, but I'll do that now and then we'll move on to the next part. Right, so just quickly, just to let you know what I actually use cotton wool balls for. I have mentioned these previously in other videos. So when I'm dealing with an ingrown toenail or an involuted nail or one that is impacted, I use my skin and nail softener. I impregnate the cotton wool, only a little bit. So I take a teeny weeny bit of it off and then I impregnate it with the skin and nail softener and I apply it to the area. The reason why is because the liquid often rolls off the hard skin or the area that I'm dealing with and it wastes product. So this helps me to not waste product and, you know, get the liquid to do its actual job. So that's why I add these in. So these are the lids and I will secure it in place with these bands. I have done a video about where I got these from Rook, so I'll put that in the description, or I'll put it in this video somewhere. Just grab one of the lids. As you can see, this is the pack that we've just done. I apply the lid on top. I usually do this on the surface, but I can't get the camera in the right position. And then I just lock it into place, guys, and it's as simple as that. That is now my pack for a home visit. As you know, it has everything in there that I need. Just got a few of these that I'm gonna do. And this side as well. And I've never worked at a fast food place to eat or anything, but I could imagine it's quite similar, this whole system, and I really like it. Okay guys, so these ones I'm going to put in here into my storage because they don't have like a full pack of instruments in them, just the same as these two, but I don't need them for tomorrow anyway, so these are just for another day. I always think it's always good to have a backup of everything. Right, so before we get into my domiciliary bag, I just want to show you where I'm going to put my pack of instruments. So these are actually going to live in my car. Not now, I'll put them in tomorrow morning. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 packs of instruments in here, which is going to go in this lovely thing, which I actually got from Aldi about a year and a bit ago. And it sits in the boot of my car. Amazing. So I'm just going to put those in. Okay, so I like to actually lie these flat down because they kind of click into place, like on top, one on top of each other. So it's less likely to kind of, you know, go all over the place. Yeah, it seems to work for me. And also there's enough space for me to put like other things in this section as well. So that's that ready. You can see in there. Now I'm gonna fill up this part of the section for my home visit. So these are things that I actually take in with me into my appointment. Now I don't actually take the whole thing in. I'll show you guys later. But it's just makes it easier for me to know where everything is. So the first thing is my stool. So this stool, you guys have seen this in previous videos. This is what I actually sit on. I've had this for about 2 years, going strong. The next thing that I'm going to put in there is this. This is also another footstool. Footstool, it's a stool that, you know, well, it's multi-purpose, I think. But anyway, the reason why I now use this is because my footstool actually broke. It's also really frail now. And I needed something quick because I couldn't order it in time and I needed to see my clients. And I remembered that I had this in the boot of my car. And I tell you what, it's amazing. I absolutely love this, 100%. It's inexpensive, it's sturdy, easy to clean, and it does not fray. So I now use this as a footstool. A lot of my clients actually put both feet on this as well. So it extends really nicely as well. So it has different heights and everything. So you've probably seen this on Amazon and different places. So that's what I use instead of my podiatry footstool, which I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, so this is my podiatry footrest for my clients. As you can see, it has frayed like crazy, and I guess I could get this fixed, but I kind of feel like I might as well just buy a new one because I think it'll probably come up to about the same price. Yeah, I've just decided to use this one instead and just not even buy a new one, guys. I think this was about 90 something pounds for this, and this was about £14.99. And, you know, some people may be worried about professionalism. Does it look professional? My clients don't care. They're happy with this. They absolutely love it, and they actually prefer it to this one actually. So I'm going to be sticking with this now when I rest my clients' feet to be done. Okay, so the next thing that I put in this section here is this. So this is called a body block. I generally use this when I go to home visits where the person is bedbound. So the next one is this. This is actually a knee rest. If I'm, you know, treating somebody that is bedbound, I usually use that for that reason. Okay, guys, so this right here is basically everything I need for an appointment. Like I already mentioned, I don't generally take this or this into every single appointment, but one of these I do, obviously, and these two. So this is going to go into my car, but I'll do that later on. Now what we need to do, let's move this aside and let's deal with this stuff, okay? Right, so next what I'm going to do is charge all my stuff. So I use a head torch. You guys have seen this one before. This is the exact same one from 2 years ago, still going on strong. It's got a blinder, but it is amazing. I love this head torch. My little one is home. So when it comes to clinical systems, I know that there are some technophobes. There are people that don't actually want to have a clinical system. Either it's because the reception is always crap in their area or whatever the reason is. So I don't always use this, by the way, because sometimes the reception isn't always good and I can't actually get to my notes, or it freezes, or for whatever reason. I know it's not just with mine. I know that it's with others as well. So I think it's always good to have a backup, you know, a backup paperwork or a file. So I have actually created that for myself. So I have a fillable PDF form, so for my soap notes, for my neurovascular assessments. What else have I got? Well, other things as well, really. Basically everything that I have on here, I've made it into a PDF fillable form, or one that I actually print out. So I print out some consent forms on paper as well, just in case, because you just never know. So I do know that there was another clinical system that actually went down and people just could not access their patient list, and they couldn't access, you know, their forms or anything. So always have a backup. I love clinical system. I will never stop using that. But it is good to be wise, and you know, even within the NHS we had a backup, we had paper as well. If anything broke down, we had like our contingency plan, I guess, is that what you call it? You know, so always have that. So I do have all this available on my website, so do have a little look if that's something you feel you want as well. I'll put the link everywhere in this video and also in the comments. Right, let's move on. Right, okay, so now moving on to domiciliary bag. Now some of you guys know this bag, okay? I raved on about it so much. I don't actually use this bag so much now, although I still use the same make. The only reason that I don't use this so much now is because I don't take as much stuff with me anymore due to my system that I'm doing in terms of those packs, those individual packs that I take with me to every appointment. So I don't actually feel the need to take a big bag with me anymore. So instead of this one, I use this one. So this is the one that I now use. Can you see how small it is in comparison to this bag? And I feel like the reason why is because of those you know, containers, those packs. So I'm just going to show you what I'm going to be taking with me on a home visit. Yeah, let's do it. Right, okay, so let's open this bad boy. So this is actually the same make as the other one, which is Elite. I'll just open this up real quick, just turn it around. I know that everything's in here because I sort of got it, you know, I usually get it ready regularly. So I've got my Melody Susie, my e-file, different colour because it's a new drill. This is my third Melody Susie actually, since I qualified in 2019. Then I've also got my Doppler. I've got my monofilament device in here too. Got some Clinell wipes. So I always check that I've got everything in here ready. So I've got my, this is where I'm going to put all my dirty instruments, and obviously in there is where I put my burrs. I keep them separately because they just go missing easily. And I've got some spare gloves, so I always have spare gloves. I've got some spare gauze as well, even though they're in my pack. I've made these, I've put these in here as well. Got my blade remover. I've got some of these, they shouldn't really be in here really, but these are the beaver blades. I don't need the whole box in there. I don't know why the whole box in there. And then I've got some gel for my Doppler, which is old now. I need to get some sachets. I also have my Restorate. It's 25% urea, this is as well. So this is a new thing. This is something that I'm kind of getting used to. Trying it, see how I get on with it. But so far, so good. And this is what I use to, you know, clean their feet. Well, prepare their feet before I treat it. This is a new thing that I'm trialing as well. It's good stuff. When I went on the conference, it was what they were selling, and yeah, they said that you can use it for that too, so that's what I'm trialing out. I've got a blade in there, that shouldn't be there. Right, I've also, as you guys know, my staple, which is my Luft Wonder nail and skin softener. I have my Gaywell callus foam softener, which I absolutely love. This is another staple of mine. And I also have my Gaywell Med nail and skin oil, which I also love. So everything in here is my staples, minus these two, because I'm still trialing these. And then I also have some of these. So this right here is, I guess you can call them a cap, but it's a hybrid one. So it's diamond and ceramic in one. Very, very good for cracked heels, but you've got to be careful in terms of how high you know, put the RPM. So I've got a few of these if I need it. I don't always need them, but they're just in case. I do actually need to put some more burrs in here as well, so I'll do that in a moment. And so that's the first part. Generally, that's all I really need in an appointment in terms of this area. I will put some more burrs in like I just mentioned, but otherwise that's pretty much it. You're probably wondering where my mask is, right? So this is my mask. This is Cambridge mask. Is it going to zoom in? This is a Cambridge mask. I don't usually put this in my bag. I usually just keep it around my neck throughout the day, basically. It's just what I do. Right, there is more. So there is another bag in here. So this is what I mean in terms of I need to sort everything out, make sure that it's all ready. So I do have like some dressings in here as well. I've got some, yeah, I need to add some more stuff in here. So let me just quickly do that. Hold on guys, 2 seconds. Right, so I forgot to mention that my I've got some saline spray as well, which I put in this bag. So I'll just quickly whack that in there as well. And this bag isn't heavy, guys. It's really not heavy. So that's about it. That should do in there. I also, I'll get back to that in a second. It's a small bag, but it fits a lot of stuff in there. So I also have like an ingrown toenail pack as well. So I just carry one of these around with me. And then I've got one of these. So this is the Tubinet toe dressing instrument. That goes with this. Guys, you can see the date. I need to get a new one. This is how long I've had this for. You don't really use a lot of it, really. But yeah, I've had this for a lifetime. So this goes with this. So all these things will go into this bag. Obviously, you guys know I like my umbrella burrs as a backup. I've mentioned this already. This is the hybrid caps. And I've got some dressing scissors as well, so I can cut things up, as you can see. And yeah, mosquito forceps. That's my kids. That's not for us. That's for the kids as well. Ignore that, my little girl just brought all these from the kitchen into the lounge. So right, so I just have like some various dressings. This is for corns, and that just sort of keeps it all in place. So if I put that, if I've, you know, enucleated a corn, I would put this around it, and then I'll put that on top just to secure it, because these do not stick one bit. And here comes my little girl. What are you gonna do with that? No, I don't think so. Right, so in here is where I put like all my dressings, all that stuff that I showed you over there is what I'm going to put in there, okay? Minus Sula. Right, so I'm just going to close this up. As you can see, it's pretty easy to close. You know, it's not difficult, as you can see. And that's that done. Right, so now we just have this last little bit here. So there's still space to put stuff in, which is where I put one of these. So I just put one in there. I'm going to manage it. Let me put the camera down, and then I will show you in a second. So I literally just whack that in there, and then that's me done. I sometimes put my card reader in there too because there's space, and then that's me done. So whenever I go and see somebody, I get one of these out of the boot of the car, put it in this section, and then I'm ready to go. So guys, this is my domiciliary bag, and I'm ready to go and see a client with this. Right, guys, it's the next day, and guys, I am ready. I have everything prepped, thanks to you guys. Thank you very much. And I'm going to get going for work. But yeah, just wanted to say, I hope that this video has helped you in any type of way. If it has, do let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Lots of love.